Hello everyone, I am Mr.Dishwasher. Today, we will recap Naruto episodes 1 to 720 from the beginning. I hope you can like and subscribe to my channel. Let's begin. Long, long ago, in a world filled with danger, there existed a nine-tailed demon fox, known as the Nine-Tails. One day, for reasons unknown, the Nine-Tails appeared in Konohagakure, the village hidden in the leaves, causing widespread destruction. In order to protect Konohagakure, the village's leader, the fourth Hokage, Minato Namikaze, sacrificed his life to seal the Nine-Tails inside his own newborn child. That child happened to be a boy named Naruto Uzumaki, who took on his mother's surname, Uzumaki. Several years later, Naruto grows up to be a well-known troublemaker in the village, but he is not well liked by the villagers. One day, Naruto gets caught by his teacher, Iruka Umino, during a school test on transformation jutsu. Naruto attempts to use his self-created secret technique, the sexy jutsu, which results in Iruka scolding him. Later that night, Iruka invites Naruto to eat ramen, and Naruto confides in his beloved teacher about his dream. On the following day, Naruto takes a clone jutsu exam at school. He effortlessly displays his true nature as a crane tail, failing to earn a single point. He is the only one in the entire class who does not pass the test. That evening, Naruto steals the scroll of seals from the village. He wants to learn the powerful ninja techniques recorded inside to qualify as a genin. However, Iruka, who learns of this, immediately finds Naruto. He discovers that Naruto has been tempted by Mizuki-sensei to steal the scroll. At that moment, Mizuki emerges from the shadows and attacks Iruka, injuring him. It turns out that Mizuki wants to use Naruto to obtain the Scroll of Seals and also reveals the truth that Naruto is the host of the Nine-Tails Fox, which is the reason why no one likes him. Moreover, the Nine-Tails Fox is the one responsible for killing Iruka's parents, creating deep-seated resentment between them. Upon learning the truth, Naruto is in shock. However, Mizuki attempts to attack Naruto at that moment, and Iruka steps in to shield Naruto with his own body. Subsequently, he transforms into Naruto's likeness and leads Mizuki into the forest. However, due to his injuries, Iruka is not a match for Mizuki and finds himself in a perilous situation. At this critical moment, Iruka's actions deeply move Naruto, who is watching from the shadows. In order to rescue Iruka, Naruto charges toward Mizuki. To everyone's surprise, Naruto unleashes an advanced ninja technique from the Scroll of Seals, the multiple shadow clone jutsu. Countless Naruto swarm Mizuki and effortlessly defeat him. As dawn breaks, Iruka hands Naruto the forehead protector symbolizing his status as a ninja and softly says, A few days later, Naruto has his graduation interview with the third Hokage. The third Hokage is the leader of Konohagakure. During the meeting, Naruto also meets the third Hokage's grandson, Konohamaru. Originally mischievous, Konohamaru decides to accept Naruto as his boss after a stern lesson from him. At the same time, Konohamaru starts teaching Naruto about ninjutsu. Ninjutsu involves using chakra and special hand signs. Furthermore, Konohamaru expresses his desire to become the Hokage someday. In response, Naruto challenges him, saying, "If you want to become the Hokage, then come and defeat me." This marks the beginning of a deep friendship between the two boys. The next day, the graduating ninjas gather for a class assignment meeting. Upon arriving at the school, Naruto greets his crush, Sakura. However, Sakura has a crush on the genius, Sasuke Uchiha. This leads to tension between Naruto and Sasuke. But then, a classmate accidentally bumps into Naruto, resulting in Naruto stealing Sasuke's first kiss, much to the disappointment of many female admirers. Later, Iruka explains the class assignment rules. The genin have to form teams of 3 and carry out missions under the guidance of a Jounin sensei. Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke are assigned to Team 7, and their sensei is the copy ninja, Kakashi Hatake. Continuing, Kakashi decides to assess the 3 of them. The requirement is to snatch 2 bells from him before noon. Those who fail to do so will have to return to the Ninja Academy. Soon, the assessment begins, and the 3 genin engage individually. Naruto is the first to fall victim to Kakashi's hidden leaf secret taijutsu, the 1,000 Years of Pain. Meanwhile, Sasuke engages in a fierce battle with Kakashi, but he too finds himself outmatched. Sakura even tries to convince Sasuke to give up. As lunchtime approaches, none of them have passed the assessment. At this point, Kakashi points out their lack of teamwork. He extends the assessment until the afternoon but forbids them from giving food to Naruto. However, after Kakashi leaves and sees Naruto suffering from hunger and cold, Sasuke and Sakura share their meals with Naruto. Just at that moment, Kakashi suddenly appears and announces that the three of them have passed. It turns out that this exam is a test of their teamwork. Kakashi says, in the ninja world, those who break the rules are scum, but those who do not cherish their comrades are even worse than scum. From then on, Kakashi's Team 7 is officially formed. After a series of minor missions, Team 7 finally faces their first C-rank mission. Their task is to safeguard an elderly man's return to the Land of Waves. Along the journey, Kakashi also provides an introduction to the ninja world. Ninja villages are military forces aligned with their respective nations, yet they operate independently and are not directly controlled by their nations. Additionally, not all nations possess ninja. Suddenly, two ninja launch an attack, though they are swiftly defeated by Kakashi and Sasuke's combined efforts. However, Kakashi deduces that this mission is actually of B-rank difficulty based on their opponent's abilities. This revelation causes Sakura to hesitate, but Naruto, driven by Sasuke's challenge, pledges not to be a coward or a hindrance. Surprisingly, Naruto's injured hand, previously wounded while making his pledge, heals instantly. Subsequently, the elderly man explains the reason behind the assassination attempts on him. His enemy is a crime boss involved in smuggling and narcotics, who controls the Land of Waves through maritime routes. The elderly man is currently overseeing the construction of a bridge that will free the Land of Waves from the influence of the crime boss. To prevent this, the crime boss seeks to eliminate him. At this point, the group encounters a fugitive ninja, Zabuza Momochi. Zabuza's strength is formidable, as he is one of the 7 ninja swordsmen of the mist, responsible for the death of the 4th Mizukage. Facing such a formidable opponent, Kakashi removes his eye patch to reveal the Sharingan, a unique ability of the Uchiha clan. The Sharingan allows Kakashi to discern opponents' attack patterns and copy their abilities. Kakashi can copy over 1,000 different abilities. Consequently, a confrontation ensues between Zabuza and the group. Zabuza employs the hidden mist jutsu, creating a thick fog that obscures vision. Utilizing this vision advantage, Zabuza uses his water clone jutsu to deceive and engage the group. He manages to trap Kakashi using the water prison jutsu. Seizing this opportunity, Zabuza immediately rushes to Naruto and Sasuke. In the face of this formidable adversary, Naruto devises a clever plan. He transforms himself into the Wind Demon Shuriken and collaborates with Sasuke to launch a surprise attack on Zabuza. Although Zabuza remains unharmed, Naruto's move creates an opening to rescue Kakashi. Following this, Kakashi begins copying Zabuza's ninjutsu and intensifies his assault at a faster pace. Employing the Great Waterfall technique, Kakashi successfully immobilizes Zabuza on a tree. At this moment, a masked man suddenly appears and assassinates Zabuza. He identifies himself as a hunter ninja from the Hidden Mist village, responsible for tracking down rogue ninja. With that, the masked individual departs, taking Zabuza's lifeless body with him. Kakashi, on the other hand, collapses due to overusing his Sharingan. Upon Kakashi's awakening, he deduces that Zabuza is likely still alive and devises a tree-climbing exercise to enhance the team's chakra control. Meanwhile, Zabuza does indeed return to life, revealing that he and the masked man were initially allies. The masked figure removes his mask, revealing a rather charming young man. Later, the masked man privately meets with Naruto and engages in a lengthy conversation. He introduces himself as Haku and shares with Naruto the notion that true strength emerges when one protects someone dear to them. Eventually, Naruto and Haku part ways, and Team 7 completes their training. However, on the following morning, due to Naruto oversleeping, Kakashi leads the rest of the team to the bridge construction site. Upon their arrival, they discover that all the workers have been incapacitated. Zabuza and Haku reappear, and without much exchange of words, a fierce battle ensues. At this critical moment, Sasuke finds himself facing Haku alone. Haku is capable of performing one-handed seals and wields ice release abilities. Using a secret technique, the demonic mirroring ice crystals, Haku's incredible speed overwhelms Sasuke. Additionally, Kakashi is obstructed by Zabuza and unable to provide support. Sasuke is on the brink of defeat when Naruto arrives, rushing to his aid. Together, they confront Haku, but they are still at a disadvantage. It is then that Kakashi recognizes Haku's use of a Kekkei Genkai, a bloodline limit ability that only specific bloodlines possess. This unique ability is beyond the copy of even the Sharingan. Back on the battlefield, Sasuke surprisingly improves during the battle. He adapts to Haku's speed and awakens his Sharingan. However, to protect Naruto, Sasuke has to absorb most of Haku's attacks, leaving him gravely injured. Seeing Sasuke, whom he deeply cares for, in such a state, Naruto's anger surges. He unleashes his Ninetales Red Chakra, instantly healing all of his injuries. Within his powerful aura, Haku's attacks prove futile, and Naruto's single punch sends Haku flying far away. After the mask shatters, Naruto unexpectedly discovers that Haku was the boy before. Haku then proceeds to share his past. It turns out that Haku had been abused by his father from a young age due to his bloodline limit. It was Zabuza who gave him care and warmth, and he was willing to give everything for Zabuza. Returning to the present, Haku considers himself a failure and requests Naruto to end his life. However, Naruto cannot bring himself to do it. Meanwhile, Kakashi uses a summoning jutsu to summon Ninken and take control of Zabuza. He then unleashes his own special move, the Lightning Cutter. Kakashi quickly gathers a large amount of lightning in his hand and launches a fierce attack. Just at that moment, Haku suddenly appears in front of Zabuza, using his body to shield Zabuza from Kakashi's attack, sacrificing himself in the process. Taking advantage of this opening, Zabuza breaks free from his restraints and launches another attack. However, Kakashi uses his speed to overpower Zabuza and disable both of his hands. With that, the intense battle is nearing its end. Suddenly, the crime boss and his subordinates arrive at the scene, expressing their intent to kill everyone, including Zabuza. The boss even insults Haku's lifeless body. Witnessing this, Naruto cannot contain his anger and speaks to Zabuza. Under Naruto's intense questioning, Zabuza realizes the importance of Haku to him. He uses his mouth to hold a kunai and, enduring countless attacks, pierces the boss's body. At this point, Zabuza is heavily wounded and he makes his way to Haku's side. Afterward, subordinates of the boss are frightened away by Kakashi and the workers from the Land of Waves who have arrived. Zabuza asks Kakashi to carry him over to Haku's side. He quietly watches Haku, observing the person who had been with him. In the midst of the swirling snowflakes, he slowly closes his eyes. From that point forward, the inaugural significant mission of Team 7 comes to a close amidst a somber atmosphere. The Land of Waves has also seen the completion of a great bridge, christened as the Naruto Bridge. This concludes the story of the establishment of Naruto's Team 7. Now, what challenges await Naruto in the future? Let's find out in the next video. I hope you can like and subscribe to my channel. Hello, everyone. I am Mr. Dishwasher. In our previous video, we talked about Team 7 completing their mission in the Land of Waves and returning to the village. However, at this time, a group of strangers has appeared in Konohagakure. They come from the Land of Wind, and they are Gaara, Kankuro, and Temari. Their purpose for coming to Konohagakure is to participate in the Chunin exams, a test that allows genin to advance to the rank of Chunin. Coincidentally, Naruto and his team are also set to participate. A few days later, the day for Chunin exams registration arrives. At the registration site, a student from the year above, Rock Lee, boldly confesses his feelings to Sakura. However, Sakura rejects him, citing his thick eyebrows as the reason. Lee's class has two other notable members, Hyuga Niji and Tenten. Following this, Lee challenges Sasuke to a one-on-one fight to prove his strength. He displays remarkable speed and effortlessly sends both Naruto and Sasuke flying during their confrontation. It's worth mentioning that in the ninja world, there are three types of jutsu: ninjutsu, taijutsu, and genjutsu. While Lee specializes in taijutsu, his incredible speed leaves Sasuke struggling to keep up. As Lee is about to unleash his ultimate move, his sensei, Guy, suddenly appears and stops him. The reunion between teacher and student is emotional, and they shed tears of joy. Afterward, Guy takes Lee away, and the situation calms down. Following this, Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura arrive at the exam venue, which is packed with participants. Among them are Naruto's classmates, who are collectively known as the Konoha 12. The group includes not only Team 7 but also Lee, Niji, Tenten, Hinata, Shino, Kiba, Shikamaru, Choji, and Ino. The exams promise to be a challenging and competitive affair. At this moment, Naruto also encounters the senior student, Yakushi Kabuto, who has taken the exam 7 times. Soon, the chief examiner, Ibiki, arrives and announces the start of the first written test. The rules for the written test are as follows. 1. Each wrong answer results in a deduction of 1 point. 2. Scores are calculated based on the total score of 3-person teams. 3. Being caught cheating leads to a deduction of 2 points. 4. If anyone scores 0 points, the entire team is disqualified. Naruto finds the theoretical exam particularly challenging, while Sasuke and the others realize that this test is meant to assess their ability to cheat effectively. In response, the examinees begin to employ various clever methods to cheat. At this point, Hinata wants Naruto to take a look at her paper, but Naruto firmly declines her request. However, the chief examiner modifies the rules, allowing everyone to decide whether or not they want to answer the 10th question. If they choose to give up, their test results for this exam will be invalidated. However, if they answer incorrectly, they will forever lose the opportunity to participate in the Chunin exams. Under this intense pressure, even Naruto slowly raises his hand, seemingly unable to bear the weight of it all. But, driven by his dream of becoming a Hokage, Naruto's actions suddenly change. Unexpectedly, Ibiki suddenly announces that everyone in the room has passed the exam. It turns out that this test is designed to evaluate both their intelligence and determination. Naruto manages to pass through this trial. Subsequently, the examinees who passed the written test meet the chief examiner for the second round, Enko. Enko leads everyone to the Forest of Death. In this round of the exam, each group receives a scroll, with one labeled Heaven and the other Earth. Only groups that collect both Heaven and Earth scrolls and reach the finish line will pass the test. A special requirement is that no one is allowed to read the scroll's contents until they reach the finish line. The exam officially begins, and Team 7 swiftly progresses towards the finish line. After some time, Sasuke realizes that the Naruto next to him is an imposter. It turns out the real Naruto has been swallowed by a giant snake while he was alone. The person impersonating Naruto is named Orochimaru, not the genuine Naruto. Orochimaru intends to steal the scroll from Sasuke. With his formidable power, he immobilizes Sasuke with his killing intent, making Sasuke unable to move. Although Sasuke manages to injure himself with a kunai to regain mobility, he remains affected by Orochimaru's presence, losing his will to win. Just then, Naruto uses his multiple shadow clone jutsu to burst the giant snake. He reaches Sasuke and stops Orochimaru's attack. Facing such a formidable opponent, Sasuke decides to give the scroll to Orochimaru to save his life. However, Naruto snatches the scroll and harshly confronts Sasuke. He states that this weak Sasuke isn't the one he cares for. Afterward, Naruto taps into the power of the Ninetales and confronts Orochimaru alone. However, Orochimaru's strength is overwhelming. He not only effortlessly sends Naruto flying but also controls the giant snake to attack Sasuke. In the nick of time, Naruto once again stands between Sasuke and danger. At this moment, Orochimaru binds Naruto with his tongue and uses the 5-element seal on him. This seals Naruto's chakra from the Ninetales, causing him to lose consciousness. Now provoked by Naruto, Sasuke finally makes up his mind to confront Orochimaru. He directly activates his Sharingan and engages in battle with Orochimaru. In this battle, Sasuke displays astonishing combat prowess. Not only is he on par with Orochimaru in hand-to-hand combat, but he also uses threads to control his opponent and uses fire release to pierce through Orochimaru's disguise. At this moment, Orochimaru expresses his strong desire to acquire Sasuke's body. Without hesitation, he suddenly extends his neck and bites into Sasuke. As a result, a cursed seal immediately forms on Sasuke's neck. Orochimaru states that this is the gift of power he has given to Sasuke. With those words, Orochimaru swiftly retreats, leaving Sasuke in agonizing unconsciousness. In the forest, Anko, sensing that something is amiss, finds Orochimaru. It turns out that Anko was once Orochimaru's disciple and also possessed a cursed seal. However, they had become enemies, as Orochimaru had become a traitor to the Leaf Village. Orochimaru had injured Anko before casually departing. On the other side, Sakura is tending to the injured Sasuke and Naruto by herself when suddenly, 3 ninja from the village hidden in the sound appear. They are under Orochimaru's command and have come to capture Sasuke. It is revealed that Orochimaru has established the Otogakure village hidden in the sound, although his motives remain unclear. Without further ado, the 3 sound ninja immediately launch an attack towards Sakura.
だったら君たちも努力すべきですね。
何者です？
木の葉の美しき青い野獣、ロックリーだ!
At this critical moment, Rock Lee arrives at the scene to support Sakura. Amidst the autumn breeze, Rock Lee radiates his unique handsome and cheerful demeanor. He engages the enemy on his own, kicking Dosu into the air. Subsequently, he uses his hands to bind the opponent and crashes them into the ground. This technique is known as front lotus. However, Zaku turns the ground into a sponge, allowing Dosu to escape harm. Nevertheless, Rock Lee's use of front lotus places an immense strain on his body, leading to him losing consciousness due to Dosu's soundwave attack. He is unable to continue the fight. Afterward, Sakura is captured by Kin, a sound ninja. Sakura, who has always been weak, remembers the strength of Naruto and Sasuke. She resolutely cuts off her long hair to break free from control and bites her opponent directly. This sight deeply moves the Ino Shikacho trio, who have been hiding nearby. They appear to assist Sakura, and a confrontation with the sound ninja ensues. Choji unleashes his human bullet tank, transforming into a giant ball and attacking the enemy. Shikamaru employs his shadow imitation technique to control Dosu, making Dosu mimic Shikamaru's movements. The shadow imitation technique only needs to be caught by the shadow controlled by Shikamaru. The opponent can only do the same actions as Shikamaru. In addition to this, Ino uses her mind transfer jutsu on Kin, allowing her to control Kin's body. This technique enables Ino to transfer her consciousness into her opponent's body and control them. However, it comes with the drawback that any damage Kin receives will also be felt by Ino. Seeing this, Zaku directly attacks the controlled Kin. Ino and Choji are both hit by the attack, losing their fighting abilities. Then, Shikamaru's shadow imitation technique reaches its time limit, and the situation quickly becomes dire. Just at that moment, Sasuke wakes up, his body covered in black curse marks, radiating immense power. In an instant, Sasuke subdues Zaku and breaks both of his arms. At this point, Sasuke is filled with murderous intent, and his eyes show an eerie, terrifying gaze. In the midst of the danger, Sakura holds him tightly, and it is only then that Sasuke regains his composure. Seeing this, Dosu puts down his scroll and leaves with Zaku. On the other side, Kiba has already reached the finish line. On his way, he encounters Gaara from the Sunagakure, who controls sand to mercilessly slaughter his opponents. This fills Kiba with deep fear of Gaara's power. Back at Team 7's location, everyone has recovered. Curious as ever, Naruto wants to sneak a peek at the scroll. Fortunately, Kabuto, who suddenly appears, stops him in his action. Subsequently, Kabuto successfully reaches the endpoint with Team 7 during the examination. However, after parting ways with Team 7, Kabuto secretly meets with Orochimaru. It turns out Kabuto is also Orochimaru's subordinate. Following that, those who passed the exam arrive at the tournament arena. The Hokage announces the organization of a preliminary tournament with one-on-one duels. Only the winners will proceed to the third round of the examination. At this point, Kabuto volunteers to withdraw. In fact, he has withdrawn from every Chunin exam like this. Meanwhile, Sasuke begins to suffer from the Cursed Seal's influence, which affects his chakra and Sharingan usage. However, he still insists on participating. The matches soon begin, starting with Sasuke's bout against Sunglasses Guy. Sunglasses Guy's ability is to absorb the opponent's chakra, and due to the Cursed Seal's influence, Sasuke struggles from the beginning. Unexpectedly, Sunglasses Guy is also Orochimaru's subordinate, and his goal is to force Sasuke to use the power of the Cursed Seal. Fortunately, Sasuke has previously copied Rock Lee's taijutsu techniques. He kicks his opponent into the air and performs Lion Combo, defeating Sunglasses Guy. After the match, Kakashi takes Sasuke away for treatment. Meanwhile, the second match begins, with Shino facing off against Zaku. Shino is a member of Konoha's Aburame clan and has the ability to control insects to attack his opponents. At this point, Zaku claims that his arm has already healed and that he intends to defeat Shino with decapitating airwaves. However, Zaku's arm suddenly burst, because Shino secretly uses insects to block Zaku's airwaves release points. As a result, Shino advances to the second round. On the other side, Orochimaru finds Kakashi and Sasuke, stating that Sasuke will come looking for him for his revenge. Afterward, Orochimaru takes his leave. Meanwhile, the matches continue. In the third match, Kankuro faces off against Glasses Guy. Kankuro, a puppeteer, easily secures victory by entangling his opponent with his puppets. Next up is the fourth match, where Sakura faces Ino. After an exchange of martial arts moves, Ino attempts to control Sakura using the mind-body switch technique. However, Naruto's cheering awakens Sakura's second personality, breaking Ino's control. Both of them fight until exhaustion, resulting in the referee declaring a draw, and both contestants are eliminated. Moving on to the fifth match, it is Tenten vs Temari. Tenten has proficiency in using various weapons, while Temari possesses the wind release ability. Temari not only deflects all of Tenten's weapons but also uses her wind release jutsu, the Sickle Weasel, to defeat Tenten effectively. Subsequently, the sixth match features Shikamaru against Kin. Kin possesses genjutsu abilities, creating illusions through her bells. However, Kin discovers that she is unexpectedly controlled by Shikamaru. It turns out that Shikamaru has disguised his shadow as a thread shadow, allowing him to successfully manipulate his opponent. Later, Shikamaru makes his opponent's head collide with the wall, securing victory. Soon, the seventh match commences, featuring Naruto against Kiba. Kiba possesses the ability known as Imitation Beast Ninja Arts, granting him the strength and speed of a wild animal. He sends Naruto flying with his explosive power. Furthermore, Kiba teams up with his ninja dog, Akamaru, to launch a joint attack. After a chaotic battle, Naruto manages to subdue Akamaru, assuming the appearance of the dog and biting Kiba. In response, Kiba feeds Akamaru chakra-enhancing soldier pills, enabling Akamaru to use ninjutsu and transform into Kiba. They then display their ultimate technique, Fang Passing Fang, swiftly defeating Naruto. However, driven by his determination, Naruto rises to his feet once again. Amidst the chaos, Naruto transforms into the likeness of Kiba, leaving three Kibas bewildered. At that moment, the real Kiba catches the scent of Naruto and delivers a powerful punch that sends the imposter Kiba flying. However, the imposter Kiba transforms into Akamaru. Subsequently, the genuine Kiba swiftly turns and knocks down the other fake Kiba. To everyone's surprise, the defeated fake Kiba also transforms into Akamaru. It turns out that the first Kiba had actually been Naruto in disguise, causing Kiba to unintentionally harm his dog. Then, Naruto and Kiba engage in a fair, one-on-one battle. Despite Kiba's formidable strength, Naruto finds himself struggling and in a perilous situation. However, an unexpected fart from Naruto catches the highly sensitive-nosed Kiba off guard, rendering him incapacitated. Seizing this opportunity, Naruto employs the Shadow Clone Jutsu, copying Sasuke's Lion combo, and delivers a powerful kick that defeats Kiba. After Naruto's advancement, the eighth match commences, featuring an intraclan battle within the Hyuga family. Neji faces off against Hinata. Neji, a member of the branch family, harbors resentment toward Hinata, a member of the main family. Hinata, naturally timid and kind-hearted, has always secretly admired Naruto's unwavering determination. Initially, Hinata hesitates to face her elderly cousin and contemplates forfeiting. However, Naruto's encouragement instills her with courage, and she decides to confront Neji. Both of them activate their Byakugan, a unique ability of the Hyuga clan that allows them to observe the flow of chakra within their opponents' bodies. They exchange attacks in a fierce battle of fists and kicks. However, Neji, a prodigy of the Hyuga clan, possesses superior strength. He seals Hinata's chakra points, seemingly on the verge of victory. But Hinata, unable to access her chakra, still doesn't give up. She displays a determination reminiscent of Naruto. However, the difference in their strength is undeniable, and Neji ultimately defeats Hinata, leaving her severely injured. To prevent further harm to Hinata, Jonin intervene and halt Neji's assault. After the battle, Naruto, determined to seek justice for Hinata, vows to defeat Neji as he makes an oath using Hinata's blood that he will take down Neji. Continuing, the ninth match begins, featuring a showdown between Gaara and Rock Lee. This battle marks the pinnacle of the preliminary matches. Rock Lee unleashes his true potential, shedding the formidable weights on his limbs. His astonishing speed renders Gaara's sand unable to keep up. Subsequently, Rock Lee becomes the first to launch an attack on Gaara, utilizing his front lotus skill to smash Gaara into the ground. However, the one who is smashed down is merely Gaara's sand clone. Gaara then manipulates the sand fiercely, attacking Rock Lee. To overcome Gaara, Rock Lee decides to unlock the 8 gates. The 8 gates are 8 specific tenketsu along the chakra pathway system. Each gate release unleashes tremendous power, but opening all 8 gates would make the user incredibly strong while sacrificing their own life. At this moment, Rock Lee opens 5 gates and charges towards Gaara in the sky.
ネジ君を倒すとっておきの技だけど砂の盾が追いつかない鎧もかなり剥がされた裏連携
After a single move, Gaara is severely injured, but Rock Lee also suffers a tremendous burden, causing him to pause momentarily. Seizing this opportunity, Gaara uses his sand to break Lee's left leg and left arm. Just as Gaara is about to deliver a fatal blow, Guy intervenes, preventing him from doing so. At this point, Rock Lee manages to stand up again. Although he has lost consciousness, his unwavering will compels him to continue fighting. In this moment, Rock Lee's performance leaves everyone in the arena astonished. Gently, Guy holds Rock Lee and says, "You are already a great ninja." Subsequently, Guy entrusts Rock Lee to the medical team. The medical team expresses concerns that Rock Lee's injuries might prevent him from ever becoming a ninja. Following this, the 10th match features a face-off between Choji and Dosu. In just one encounter, Choji falls to Dosu's sonic assault. With this, the preliminary matches come to a close. Those who advance will compete in the 3rd round of the competition a month later. The Hokage himself presides over the drawing of lots. The first match is set, Naruto clashes with Neji, creating anticipation for whether Naruto can seek justice for Hinata. As for the upcoming Chunin exams, what new twists and turns will unfold on its stage? Let's find out in the next video. That concludes the first part of the Chunin exams. I hope you will show your support by liking and subscribing. The upcoming story promises even more excitement. Hello, everyone. I am Mr.Dishwasher. In the previous video, we recapped the first part of the Chunin exams. Naruto successfully advances to the 3rd round. To enhance his skills, Kakashi arranges for Naruto to receive temporary guidance from Ebisu. Ebisu, who was originally Konohamaru's tutor, prepares to teach Naruto the skill of walking on water. However, during their training, they stumble upon a silver-haired pervert who is spying on women in the bathhouse. This pervert effortlessly defeats Ebisu with a single move. Surprisingly, this man turns out to be Jiraiya, one of the legendary Sannin of Konoha. He is in the village to gather material for his adult novel, Make Out Paradise. In this situation, Naruto blames Jiraiya for injuring Ebisu and leaving him unable to train. So Naruto asks Jiraiya to become his mentor. Due to Naruto's sexy technique, Jiraiya agrees to teach Naruto. Furthermore, Jiraiya helps Naruto lift the 5 Elements seal. With Jiraiya as his mentor, Naruto learns the skill of walking on water. The bond between the master and student grows deep, and Jiraiya devises a specialized training regimen for Naruto in the summoning technique with toads. Meanwhile, Sakura and Ino go to visit Sasuke and Rock Lee, only to discover that both of them have disappeared. It turns out that Sasuke has gone to seek training with Kakashi, while Rock Lee is engaged in solo training. Despite the doctor's stern warnings against moving too much, everyone is moved by Rock Lee's determination, and even the doctor can't bring himself to stop Rock Lee. On Naruto's side, he struggles for 3 consecutive weeks to grasp the summoning technique. In an effort to unlock Naruto's potential, Jiraiya pushes him off a cliff. At this critical moment, Naruto's consciousness encounters the Nine Tails for the first time. The Nine Tails releases some of its chakra to Naruto, allowing him to summon the Toad Gamabunta and escape danger. Speaking of Gamabunta, he is a big shot in the Toad realm and initially looks down on the seemingly weak Naruto. However, despite Gamabunta's numerous challenges, Naruto remains resolute, standing his ground even when he is on the verge of passing out. In the end, Naruto's determination moves Gamabunta, earning his respect and recognition. On the following day, within the hospital, Gaara quietly enters Rock Lee's ward with the intention of harming him. Fortunately, both Shikamaru and Naruto arrive just in time to prevent him. Gaara then reveals that a monster was sealed within him from a young age. He and Naruto are both called Jinchuriki. Consequently, he has endured a life of constant discrimination and even faced threats from his own father. In this moment, Naruto empathizes with Gaara's harsh experiences, as he too has suffered similarly. Shortly after, Guy visits the ward, and Gaara reluctantly leaves. Time passes quickly, and the third round of the Chunin exams, the final selection, begins. All the participants gather at the venue, except for Sasuke and Dosu, who are still missing. Nevertheless, the competition commences as scheduled. In the first match, Naruto faces Neji. As the match begins, the spectators look down on Naruto with disdain, anticipating his defeat. As expected, Neji initially has the upper hand, completely overpowering Naruto. Despite using his shadow clone jutsu and coming close to landing a hit on his opponent, Neji activates a 360-degree absolute defense, Kaiten, countering Naruto's attack effortlessly. With a burst of tremendous force, Neji sends Naruto flying. Relentless, Neji unleashes his ultimate technique, the 8 trigrams 64 palms. Each strike is precise and merciless. Naruto suffers relentless attacks and has his chakra point sealed off. Even in the face of such adversity, Naruto refuses to give up. Neji then removes his forehead protector to reveal a cursed seal, a lifelong restriction that torments him. With a mere thought from Hayashi, the head of the Hyuga clan, Neji would experience excruciating pain. In fact, Neji's father and Hinata's father were originally twin brothers. Hinata's father, due to being older, became the head of the Hyuga clan. Initially, Neji also dedicated himself to guarding the family's honor. However, his father, because of an incident involving Kumogakure, was regarded as the scapegoat for the clan head and lost his life. This resentment led Neji to harbor bitterness towards the main branch and complain about the unfairness of fate. Returning to the battlefield, Naruto, with his chakra point sealed, triggers the release of the Nine-Tails chakra. A powerful aura erupts from within him, reigniting the fierce battle. The two of them fight relentlessly, exchanging blows for a long time, until they both fall to the ground. After the smoke of battle clears, Neji is the first to rise and approaches Naruto. This battle makes Neji regard Naruto with newfound respect, but the outcome remains a result of destiny. At this moment, an unexpected change occurs. Unexpectedly, the one lying on the ground is just Naruto's shadow clone. He uses his hands to dig through the ground and punches Neji. Now Neji can no longer stand. Naruto emerges victorious, and he conveys to Neji that destiny isn't predetermined. With effort, one can write their own fate. With that, the first match comes to a close. In the rest area, Hinata's father finds Neji and gives him a scroll written by Neji's father before his passing. As it turns out, Neji's father had willingly sacrificed himself for the family, rather than being coerced by others. This revelation allows Neji to let go of his resentment at last. Simultaneously, the second match begins with Kankuro facing Shino. However, it seems that Kankuro has some mission to attend to, as he surprisingly forfeits the match. Subsequently, the competition proceeds directly to the third match, where Shikamaru faces off against Temari. Although Shikamaru lacks enthusiasm when he learns his opponent is a woman, he eventually starts to fight back against Temari's relentless onslaught. However, the limitation of his shadow imitation jutsu is that he can't change the total area of his shadow. Temari remains at a distance, avoiding his shadow's reach, and seems confident in her impending victory. Nevertheless, just when Temari is about to secure her triumph, she is unexpectedly controlled by Shikamaru. It turns out that Shikamaru has been guiding Temari's movements, forcing her into the position where Neji was before. Using the trap that Naruto had dug a pit earlier, Shikamaru successfully captures his opponent. However, to the audience's surprise, Shikamaru willingly surrenders. His reason is that his imitation technique is about to expire, and he can't think of a way to win. Therefore, Temari wins the match and develops peculiar feelings for Shikamaru. For Shikamaru, it is a loss in the match but a victory in life. Later on, Sasuke arrives just in time for the fourth match, where he would face Gaara. Earlier, Gaara had privately killed Dosu, and now he is officially in a battle with Sasuke. Gaara unleashes his sand-binding coffin technique to launch an attack. However, Sasuke, who has made significant progress in his training, displays exceptional speed, comparable to Rock Lee's. He sends Gaara flying with a single strike. Following this, Gaara encases himself in sand, preparing for a transformation. Sasuke, however, remains composed and unleashes a technique learned from Kakashi, the Chidori.
よってあの技はこう呼ばれる千鳥
A thousand birds sound echo. Gaara's defense is instantly shattered, and the monster within him begins to awaken. At this moment, all the spectators in the arena fall into genjutsu. The Kazekage also discards his disguise and initiates a coup against the third Hokage. It turns out that this Kazekage is actually Orochimaru in disguise. The real Kazekage has been assassinated by him on his way here. The Sound 4 ninja release the 4 violet flames formation, isolating Orochimaru and the third Hokage. Gaara, on the other hand, is in excruciating pain and falls into a coma. Immediately, Kankuro and Temari rush to take him away. Seeing this, Sasuke swiftly pursues, with Sakura and the others following closely behind. The Chunin exams are forcibly concluded due to these events. Inside the barrier, the third Hokage and Orochimaru reunite after a long separation. It is unexpected that Orochimaru had been a disciple of the third Hokage in the past. Now, the master and student are at odds, and they engage in a fierce battle. In just one encounter, Orochimaru is left in a sorry state. He then sacrifices 2 sound ninja as offerings and performs the forbidden jutsu, Impure World Resurrection, summoning the first and second Hokage. The Impure World Resurrection is a jutsu that revives the dead with their consciousness and abilities intact, but they are under the control of the caster. Back at Naruto's side, Shikamaru stays behind to hold off 9 sound ninja as they pursue. Just as he is running out of strength, Asuma-sensei arrives in the nick of time and efficiently deals with the sound ninja. On the third Hokage side, he stands alone against the first and second Hokage while unleashing the Fire Dragon Bullet. However, the second Hokage extinguishes the Fire Dragon with Water Style and overwhelms the third Hokage, leaving him overwhelmed. Soon after, the first Hokage joins the fray and sends the third Hokage flying with a single blow. He then unleashes the Wood Release secret technique, Nativity of a World of Trees. In an instant, the landscape shatters, and the world is filled with turmoil. The third Hokage finds himself in a dire situation. Seeing this, the third Hokage uses the summoning technique to summon Enma, who transforms into a staff to aid the third Hokage in combat. At the same time, Orochimaru also spits out the Kusanagi sword from his mouth and confronts Enma head-on. An intense battle ensues once more, and the conflict rages on. However, despite his advanced age, the third Hokage struggles to contend with all 3 adversaries simultaneously. He is eventually defeated by their combined efforts. Orochimaru even tears off his own face disguise, revealing his true form. Meanwhile, Sasuke catches up with Gaara. Immediately, Temari stays behind to cover their retreat, allowing Kankuro to go ahead. Temari skillfully uses her sickle weasel to disperse Sasuke's fire release jutsu and uses traps to incapacitate him. However, the Sasuke she knocks down is just a clone. Sasuke retaliates by using explosive tags and successfully injures Temari. Afterward, Sasuke continues his pursuit of Gaara. On the other hand, the third Hokage has learned that Orochimaru, in his pursuit of immortality, conducted experiments on living beings, even taking over their bodies. This mission was an attempt to acquire Sasuke. Seeing such ruthless inhumanity, the third Hokage immediately summons Dead Demon to confront Orochimaru. To everyone's surprise, the third Hokage seals the first and second Hokage using the forbidden jutsu, Dead Demon Consuming Seal. However, Orochimaru manages to strike the third Hokage with his sword. Despite his severe injuries, the third Hokage maintains control over Orochimaru. Though the Dead Demon Consuming Seal would take the life of the user, the third Hokage confronts Orochimaru with fearless determination. On another front, Shino catches up with Gaara's group. Kankuro engages in battle and manages to poison Shino within a few moves. However, Shino commands his insects to surround Kankuro. Both fighters are defeated almost simultaneously and are unable to continue. Meanwhile, Sasuke also catches up with Gaara. To their surprise, Gaara extends a monstrous arm from his body after transforming. In this transformed state, Gaara overwhelms and brutalizes Sasuke. However, Sasuke unleashes Chidori once again, causing further injuries to Gaara. The humiliation drives Gaara to madness, and he manifests a tail and swats Sasuke aside. At this critical moment, as Sasuke prepares for a third Chidori, his body begins showing signs of the cursed seal. However, Sasuke's chakra has been depleted, and he can only lie helplessly against a tree. Taking advantage of this moment, Gaara lunges in for the kill. Just then, a flash of yellow light, and Naruto Uzumaki makes a dazzling entrance. However, Gaara, although forced back by Naruto, swiftly catches Sakura as she rushes to the scene. In this moment, Gaara's confusion regarding Team 7's friendship is evident. It turns out that Gaara had been disliked since childhood, even his closest uncle obeyed his father's orders to assassinate him. Eventually, Gaara had to end his uncle's life with his own hands and carved the word love onto his forehead. From then on, Gaara vowed to only love himself. Returning to the present, Gaara is now completely engulfed in madness. Witnessing this, Naruto attempts to use the summoning technique. Unfortunately, his attempt ends in failure, and only a small frog named Gamakichi appears. With no other options, Naruto must confront Gaara alone. He summons shadow clones to surround Gaara and employs a secret technique he learned from Kakashi-sensei, the hidden leaf secret ninjutsu. Naruto successfully damages Gaara with explosive tags, but just as he summons countless clones to deliver a final blow, the monster within Gaara awakens. A colossal hand emerges and smashes Naruto's clones instantly. A one-tailed Shikaku manifests, towering menacingly. Unexpectedly, the size of the one-tailed Shikaku is massive, and in a split second, Gaara immobilizes Naruto with sand, putting him in grave danger. At the last moment, Naruto finally succeeds in summoning Gamabunta, narrowly escaping danger. Initially, Bunta is reluctant to engage. However, Gamakichi, who turns out to be Bunta's son, persuades him, claiming that Shikaku was bullying him. With a father's determination to protect his son, Bunta joins the battle. At this point, Shikaku has not yet fully awakened. Bunta manages to sever Shikaku's arm with a single strike, but the pain from this injury fully awakens Shikaku. Subsequently, the two colossal monsters engage in a fierce battle, exchanging devastating blows. After a fierce clash, Bunta realizes he is outmatched by Shikaku. He imparts to Naruto that only by awakening Gaara from his slumber can they defeat Shikaku. But his own limbs are too slippery for the task. In this moment, a figure appears in Naruto's mind, and he employs the transformation technique on Bunta. Unexpectedly, Naruto transforms Bunta into the Nine Tails. Without delay, Bunta, utilizing his agility, evades Shikaku's attacks and successfully closes in, capturing Shikaku. In this opening, Naruto lands a punch on Gaara's face. At this moment, Gaara regains consciousness and manipulates sand to seize Naruto. However, Naruto once again stirs the power of the Nine Tails. He struggles free from the restraint and delivers a devastating headbutt to Gaara. Finally, Naruto's ironclad resolve awakens Gaara. From this point, Shikaku vanishes, and both combatants fall to the ground simultaneously. On the other side, the battle between the third Hokage and Orochimaru reaches its conclusion. The third Hokage, exhausted, is unable to fully seize Orochimaru's soul. In a bid to prevent Orochimaru from causing harm, he seals Orochimaru's hands, depriving him of the ability to release jutsu. Subsequently, the third Hokage slowly closes his eyes. In his final moments, he fulfills his oath as the Hokage.
里の者は俺を信じ、俺は皆を信じる。それが火影だ。明日からは貴様が火影だ。
Afterward, Orochimaru instructs his subordinates to take him away, and Kabuto is revealed his true identity as a sound ninja. The invaders are eradicated by Guy, Kakashi, and other Leaf ninjas, all of whom defend their homeland in their own way. This is the most precious legacy left to the Konoha by the third Hokage. On Gaara's side, he can't comprehend Naruto's strength. Naruto, in turn, shares his story with Gaara. Both of them have similar origins and face comparable hardships, enduring the hatred of others. However, the key difference between Naruto and Gaara is that Naruto possesses a deep desire to protect someone important to him. It is through this guardianship that Naruto derives his strength. Hearing this, Gaara is deeply moved, realizing that it is love that makes Naruto so formidable. Following this, Sasuke, Temari, and Kankuro arrive at their side. Gaara signals for both parties to cease hostilities. Thus, Temari and Kankuro discreetly leave with Gaara. In the end, mutual respect is born after the smoke clears. After a long time, within the Konohagakure, everyone mourns the passing of the third Hokage. Naruto can't help but wonder why the third Hokage could sacrifice his life so selflessly. While the third Hokage may not have been the strongest in terms of martial prowess, his contributions to governance set an enduring example for generations. Throughout his lifetime, he upholds a reputation of integrity and dedication, breaking down prejudices between powerful clans within the village. Moreover, he nurtures a generation of outstanding young shinobi, ensuring that the hidden leaf would continue to flourish. Where tree leaves dance, one shall find flames, the fire's shadow will illuminate the village, and once again tree leaves shall bud anew. This is the legacy of the third Hokage's will of fire. In the future, the sprouting seeds will surely, like the third Hokage, protect the homeland of the Konoha. The next day, two individuals dressed in auspicious cloud-patterned robes appear atop the walls of Konoha. One of them even reveals a Sharingan eye as crimson as the setting sun. Who are these figures, and what is their purpose? Everything will be revealed in the next video. That concludes the story of the Chunin exams in Naruto. I hope you will show your support by liking and subscribing. Hello, everyone. I am Mr.Dishwasher. In our previous video, we told about the arrival of two individuals donned in auspicious cloud-patterned attire into Konoha. Meanwhile, Sasuke grapples with the painful memories of his clan's annihilation, and Naruto dedicates himself to rigorous training. Additionally, Tsunagakure unravels a shocking revelation. It is none other than Orochimaru who has masqueraded as the Kazekage, deliberately inciting hostilities between the two villages. Consequently, Tsunagakure and Konoha reconcile their differences. Simultaneously, the village elders of Konoha seek out Jiraiya, harboring hopes that he will assume the mantle of Hokage. However, Jiraiya adamantly declines, instead recommending one of the three legendary Sannin, Tsunade, to become the next Hokage. Subsequently, he embarks on a journey with Naruto to search for Tsunade. On the other side, the two mysterious figures cross paths with Asuma and Kurenai, a married couple. These two individuals are revealed to be Itachi Uchiha and Kisame Hoshigaki, both S-rank criminals affiliated with the Akatsuki. At this juncture, hostilities erupt between these parties. Kisame swiftly injures Asuma, while Itachi utilizes his formidable genjutsu against Kurenai, leaving her vulnerable. Just when the situation seems dire, Kakashi arrives in the nick of time to join the fray. However, Itachi's genjutsu, Tsukuyomi, proves overwhelmingly powerful, ensnaring Kakashi in a spirit world. After enduring an arduous struggle, Kakashi manages to break free from the genjutsu's grasp, but he emerges thoroughly exhausted. During this moment, he recollects Jiraiya's earlier account of Akatsuki's intentions. Rumors had circulated that Akatsuki's primary objective is to capture Naruto, who harbors the Nine Tails within him. So Jiraiya decides to take Naruto out of Konoha under his wing. Presently, the trio from Konoha finds themselves embroiled in a perilous battle, the outcome hanging in the balance. At a critical moment, Guy arrives just in time and swiftly kicks Kisame, showcasing his overpowering strength. Faced with such a formidable guy, Itachi and Kisame choose not to engage any further and depart. Meanwhile, Naruto follows Jiraiya as they set out to find Tsunade. Naruto learns that the fourth Hokage was also a student of Jiraiya, and he bore a striking resemblance to Naruto, which delights the young ninja. After some time, they arrive at an inn to stay. However, Itachi finds Naruto when he is alone, creating a tense encounter. On the other side, Sasuke hears news about Itachi and rushes to locate him. It turns out that Itachi is Sasuke's older brother. In the past, Itachi was a genius from the Uchiha clan. But one day, he massacred the entire Uchiha clan, intentionally making Sasuke witness the gruesome act and sparing his life. Itachi asked Sasuke to seek revenge on him. Since then, Sasuke has had an intense hatred for Itachi. Now, just as Itachi and Kisame are preparing to take Naruto, Sasuke arrives on the scene. Without much ado, Sasuke unleashes his Chidori and attacks. However, Itachi effortlessly captures him. Seeing this, Naruto activates the power of the Nine Tails, intending to retaliate. But Kisame's weapon, Samahata, directly absorbs Naruto's chakra. At this critical juncture, Jiraiya finally appears and rescues the two. Unexpectedly, Sasuke continues his attack, unwilling to forgive Itachi. However, Itachi's strength is monumental, and as his younger brother, Sasuke still needs to grow. Itachi uses Tsukuyomi on Sasuke again, leaving him exhausted and incapacitated. In a life-or-death moment, Jiraiya uses the Gamaguchi Shirbari ninjutsu, saving Sasuke and trapping Kisame and Itachi. At this moment, Itachi directly activates Amaterasu and, together with Kisame, escapes through a hole, disappearing without a trace. The flames of Amaterasu burn incessantly, and Jiraiya can only seal them using a sealing jutsu. Just then, Guy arrives. Mistaking Jiraiya to be a villain, he kicks him away without asking for the reasons. After resolving the misunderstanding, Guy expresses his intent to find the medical expert Tsunade to treat Sasuke and Kakashi's injuries. However, to their surprise, Tsunade is currently at the casino, suffering significant losses. The Sannin have their fair share of character flaws. While searching for Tsunade, Jiraiya starts teaching Naruto the secrets of the Rasengan. Naruto quickly masters the technique of popping a water balloon. Still, he struggles with the challenge of bursting a rubber ball. One day, Naruto observes a father and son enjoying popsicles on the street, which touches his heart. He hopes that Jiraiya will practice with him. However, Jiraiya refuses, explaining that Naruto must comprehend the Rasengan on his own. Finally, under Jiraiya's strict guidance, Naruto learns the method to burst the rubber ball. In return, Jiraiya offers Naruto a popsicle, becoming both a mentor and a fatherly figure in his life. At the same time, Orochimaru finds Tsunade. He uses the revival of her lover as leverage, demanding Tsunade to heal him. Additionally, Orochimaru publicly reveals Tsunade's fear of blood and leaves her to consider his proposal for a week before departing. Coincidentally, Naruto and Jiraiya also encounter Tsunade afterward. However, Tsunade does not divulge any information about Orochimaru. Jiraiya expresses the village's desire for Tsunade to become the next Hokage. In fact, Tsunade is the granddaughter of the first Hokage. Nevertheless, she declines Jiraiya's offer and insults the Hokage's image. Seeing this, Naruto is infuriated and challenges Tsunade to a duel. During the confrontation, Naruto proclaims his determination to become a Hokage in the future, a statement that allows Tsunade to see her lover in him. Seizing the opportunity, Naruto attempts to strike with the Rasengan, but Tsunade effortlessly shatters the ground with a light punch, defeating Naruto. After the battle, Tsunade declares that Naruto will never learn the Rasengan. They make a wager, agreeing to meet in a week to determine the outcome, with Tsunade staking her precious necklace. This necklace is originally a gift from the first Hokage and holds great value. However, it appears to carry an ominous aura. Both Tsunade's lover and little brother who possessed it in the past met death. Late at night, Jiraiya and Tsunade arrange to meet for a drink. But Tsunade drugs Jiraiya, rendering him unconscious, and proceeds to meet with Orochimaru alone. The next day, Jiraiya and Naruto learn from Shizune about Tsunade's agreement with Orochimaru. Immediately, the three of them hurry to the meeting point to stop Tsunade. However, at that moment, Tsunade surprisingly refuses Orochimaru's request. The negotiations break down, and Orochimaru decides to use power to force Tsunade to heal his arms, causing the three of them to arrive at a plane. Kabuto takes some military rations pills and engages in a battle against Tsunade. During the battle, Kabuto uses his chakra scalpel to sever several of Tsunade's muscles, while Tsunade manipulates her chakra to disrupt Kabuto's nerves. Just as the fight is reaching its climax, Jiraiya arrives on the scene. However, Tsunade declines Jiraiya's assistance and continues to confront Kabuto. Yet, Kabuto resorts to a despicable move, piercing his own palm, causing Tsunade to faint, unable to cope with her fear of blood. Then, a chaotic battle ensues. Kabuto turns to attack Naruto, sending him flying. Fortunately, Shizune comes to Naruto's aid, forcing Kabuto to retreat. Soon after, Orochimaru releases his bandages, preparing to join the fight. Meanwhile, Orochimaru summons a giant serpent, and at this point, Jiraiya's strength is compromised due to the effect of Tsunade's drug. He attempts to use his toad summoning jutsu, but he can only summon a small toad named Gamakichi. Inspired by Jiraiya, Naruto also tries the summoning jutsu, calling forth Gamakichi's brother, Gamatatsu. This situation becomes slightly awkward. The intense battle continues. Kabuto defeats Shizune and Naruto successively. Orochimaru then extends his neck to bite Jiraiya, while Tsunade is still incapacitated by her blood phobia. Kabuto starts to attack Tsunade. Suddenly, Naruto stops Kabuto.
諦めねえ。ど根性だ。
In the dire moment, Naruto shields Tsunade from Kabuto's attack with his head. Afterward, he prepares to counterattack by launching his Rasengan. However, Kabuto swiftly cuts the muscles in Naruto's right leg using a surgical knife. Despite this, Naruto rises once more and releases his shadow clones. He deftly catches the incoming kunai with his left hand and, with the help of his shadow clone, unleashes the Rasengan from his right hand. A brilliant light blooms on Kabuto's chest as Naruto finally completes the Rasengan, triumphing over Kabuto. However, Kabuto's final retaliation also severs the muscles around Naruto's heart. At this moment, Tsunade endures her discomfort to treat Naruto's injuries. In response, Naruto removes Tsunade's necklace, signifying his victory. Right then, Orochimaru seizes the opportunity to attack Naruto. Unexpectedly, Tsunade intercepts Orochimaru's strike with her body. Now, Tsunade is encouraged by Naruto. She conquers her fear of blood and delivers a powerful kick, sending Orochimaru flying. She declares herself as the 5th Hokage of Konoha. Subsequently, a cursed seal appears on Tsunade's forehead. She employs the creation rebirth to accelerate cell division and heal her wounds rapidly, while the effects of Jiraiya's medicine begin to wane. Both sides engage in summoning techniques. Katsuyu, Gamabunta, and Manda enter the battlefield, rekindling the conflict. Manda initiates an attack, entwining Katsuyu with his serpentine body. However, with the assistance of Gamabunta, Katsuyu skillfully splits into numerous smaller versions, evading Manda's control. Subsequently, Jiraiya and Tsunade cooperate to unleash a combined jutsu, compelling Manda to burrow underground and reposition behind the battlefield. Just at this moment, Tsunade seizes the opportunity to descend from the sky, delivering a powerful strike that hurts Manda's head. Following this, Tsunade pummels Orochimaru relentlessly, landing blows with unwavering precision. Unable to withstand Tsunade's relentless attacks and realizing the unfavorable situation, Orochimaru and Kabuto make a swift escape. The great battle has just concluded at this point, and Tsunade's forehead has returned to its original state. Unexpectedly, her body rapidly aged due to the side effects of the jutsu. However, Tsunade expresses that she only needs some rest to recover. Ultimately, Tsunade returns to Konoha to assume the role of the 5th Hokage, and Naruto also gains her approval. Kakashi and Sasuke have also received treatments and have been fully healed. However, Rock Lee's condition is the most severe. Even if Tsunade personally performs the surgery, the success rate is only 50%. Furthermore, if the surgery fails, Rock Lee will lose his life. To increase the success rate of the operation, Tsunade studies tirelessly, neglecting sleep and meals. Initially, Konohamaru harbored resentment toward Tsunade for becoming the Hokage. However, upon seeing her dedicated efforts to study, he finally let go of his preconceived notions. Meanwhile, Rock Lee himself grows increasingly perplexed during this time. He can't see the direction of his ninja path and is anxious about the test of life and death. Unable to adhere to his ninja way, Rock Lee wanders alone, shedding tears. At this moment, Guy finds Lee, and the master and student have a day-long heart-to-heart conversation. This helps Rock Lee recall Guy's various teachings from his childhood. Guy, in this moment, continuously encourages Lee.
努力を続けてきたお前の手術は必ず成功する。万が一、いや、1兆分の1失敗するようなことがあったら、俺が一緒に死んでやる。俺の人道はお前を立派な忍者に育てることだった。約束だ。
ガイ先生！
さあ、行くぞ、リー。
The next day, Tsunade finally manages to increase the success rate of the surgery to 58% after her study. Rock Lee also meets with Tsunade and expresses his willingness to undergo the operation. Afterwards, Tsunade announces the results of the Chunin exams, and Shikamaru becomes a Chunin. Furthermore, due to some unresolved feelings, Sasuke challenges Naruto to a one-on-one duel, and their fight grows increasingly intense. Both sides display their signature moves, Chidori versus Rasengan. Just then, Sakura can't bear to see them fight any longer and rushes into the middle of the battlefield. However, their techniques show no mercy, and the ninja arts know no love. Naruto and Sasuke are unable to stop. In a critical moment, Kakashi intervenes to prevent the two from further fighting, saving Sakura from harm. Subsequently, Sasuke realizes that the destruction created by Naruto far exceeds his own. His feelings of inferiority and jealousy reach a breaking point, creating a rift in their relationship. Suddenly, Four Sound Ninja, acting on Orochimaru's orders, finds Sasuke. In the face of these enemies, Sasuke fights back with determination. To his surprise, the Four Sound Ninja display remarkable strength and swiftly overwhelm Sasuke. It intensifies Sasuke's feelings of envy. The sound ninja say that their power comes from the curse seal. These negative emotions fester, and when the 4 sound ninja mention Itachi, Sasuke makes the fateful decision to follow them and seek Orochimaru's power. That night, as Sasuke packs his belongings to leave Konoha, Sakura appears before him. This is the first time Sakura and Sasuke have been alone together. With tears in her eyes, she pleads with Sasuke not to go. However, Sasuke's decision is resolute. He teleports behind Sakura and whispers softly,
Sakura, arigatou.
After this, Sasuke finds the 4 sound ninjas and sets out in search of Orochimaru. The following day, Sakura wakes up and informs everyone about Sasuke's departure. Upon hearing this, Tsunade entrusts the task of bringing Sasuke back to Konoha to Shikamaru. At this moment, as the village's top ninjas are all busy, Shikamaru gathers Naruto, Choji, Kiba, and Neji to prepare for their mission to rescue Sasuke. The Rescue Sasuke team is officially formed. Before setting out, Sakura meets the team at the village gate. She makes a promise with Naruto, the promise that will thread through the entirety of the Naruto series.
Naruto, arigatou. Sasuke は絶対俺が連れて帰る。一生の約束だってばや。Naruto!
And so, Naruto and the rest of the team embark on their journey, while Lee prepares for his upcoming surgery. Whether they can save Sasuke and if Naruto can fulfill his promise will be revealed in the next video. Hello, everyone. I am Mr.Dishwasher. In our previous video, we told about Sasuke's departure from Konoha. The Sasuke rescue team sets out to bring him back. At this point, the Sound 4 gives Sasuke some pills. As long as Sasuke takes the pill and remains within their barrier, he can reach the level 2 form of the seal and gain tremendous power. Faced with this temptation, Sasuke finds it hard to resist. He takes the pill and falls into a sealed slumber. Later, Shikamaru's team stealthily locates the Sound 4, but they are spotted by the Sound 4. Consequently, they are forced to reveal themselves. Shikamaru employs the shadow imitation technique to control their opponents. However, Sakan, who originally had 2 heads, suddenly loses one of them. Subsequently, a shuriken flies from the forest, injuring Shikamaru and causing the shadow imitation technique to be useless. Seizing this opportunity, Jirobo encloses Shikamaru and the others within a rock barrier. This barrier possesses self-healing capabilities and can absorb their chakra. In their time of peril, Neji utilizes the power of his Byakugan to discover the barrier's weak point. Following this, Choji executes the human bullet tank, successfully breaking the barrier. However, when everyone emerges from the barrier, they only find Jirobo standing before them. The other members of the Sound 4 have already disappeared with Sasuke. Consequently, Choji decides to stay behind and hold off Jirobo while the rest pursue Sasuke. Subsequently, Shikamaru's group sets out, while Choji ingests a green pill and engages in combat with Jirobo. Choji's strength increases significantly after taking the pill, although it has substantial side effects. Choji then uses the barbed meat tank technique to injure Jirobo once more. Witnessing this, Jirobo activates his level 1 form and finally manages to subdue Choji. He taunts Choji, calling him a pawn abandoned by his friends. In response, Choji swallows a yellow pill without uttering a word. At this point, Choji is able to employ a partial multi-size technique, gaining the upper hand against Jirobo. This action, however, enrages Jirobo, causing him to unleash his level 2 form, transformation, increasing his strength tenfold. With the earth trembling and Choji in grave danger, he recalls the memories and experiences he shared with Shikamaru. He knows that Shikamaru has always recognized his abilities, and their bond as Ino Shikacho is unbreakable. For the sake of protecting his friends, Choji resolutely consumes a red pill. In reality, the red pill grants Choji a 100-fold increase in power, but it comes at the cost of Choji's life. In that moment, with the chakra coursing through him, Choji undergoes a transformation. His appearance changes significantly, and he swiftly defeats Jirobo with a single blow. After the battle, the weakened Choji sees the marks left by his friends, indicating their positions. It becomes evident that his friends' trust him could win. In this moment, tears well up in Choji's eyes as he leans against a large tree, slowly falling asleep. On the side of the Sound 4, Shikamaru disguises himself as Jirobo and reappears. However, his disguise is quickly uncovered by Kadamaru, who uses the spider bind technique to instantly trap Shikamaru and the others. Nonetheless, Niji comes to the rescue by using his gentle fist techniques to break free from the bindings, as it happens that his abilities are effective against spider threads. Niji stays behind to confront the enemy, while the rest continue on their journey. After an intense battle, Niji seizes the opportunity when Kidamaru momentarily lowers his guard, launching his ultimate move, the 8 trigrams 64 palms. Yet, Kidamaru protects himself by covering his body with a sticky shell. Following this, he conceals himself and attacks Niji from all directions using various weapons. Unable to detect Kidamaru's movements due to the Byakugan's 360-degree all-angle defense, Niji resorts to using Kaiten to deflect all the weapons. Then, Kidamaru summons a giant spider, intending to use countless smaller spiders born from it to find the blind spots in the Byakugan. Unexpectedly, the threads of spiders halt Niji's Kaiten. In this situation, Niji has to engage in point-to-point defense. Niji then unleashes a new technique, the 8 trigrams 128 palms, to fend off the small spiders. However, Kidamaru seizes the opportunity to shoot a barrage of weapons. Niji is hit by one of them. Kidamaru tries again, and this time, 2 throwing darts strike Niji. After a series of attempts, Kidamaru eventually finds the blind spots of the Byakugan, and Niji is struck down by multiple weapons. Nevertheless, driven by sheer determination, Niji stands up once more. Excited by his progress, Kidamaru activates the level 2 form and fires a massive arrow toward Niji's blind spot. In a split second, the arrow pierces through the heavens and the earth. Fortunately, Niji releases chakra around him and manages to alter the arrow's trajectory using chakra control, saving himself from a critical hit. To gain better control over the arrow's accuracy, Kidamaru connects threads to the arrow. However, Niji, with the cover of tree trunks, once again steers the second arrow away from his vital points, only grazing his cheek and forehead. Kidamaru, who can no longer endure, finally draws his third golden arrow with armor-piercing effects. Suddenly, the arrow shoots forth like a meteor, causing Niji to be pierced through. However, Niji does not fall. Instead, he seizes the spider thread with one hand, channeling chakra through it to disrupt Kidamaru's internal organs. Niji then exerts all his strength to reach Kidamaru. His gentle fist technique flows like a torrent, pouring forth relentlessly. In the end, Niji triumphs over Kidamaru, but he himself suffers severe injuries. In his days, Niji recalls Naruto, Sasuke, and many companions. In the past, Niji lamented the injustice of fate. However, at this moment, he overcomes his inner turmoil. He believes in his comrades. He believes they will bring Sasuke back.
みんなあとは頼んだぞ。
Meanwhile, in a secret base, Orochimaru's condition worsens, and the reincarnation is imminent. Orochimaru's reincarnation jutsu has a cooldown of 3 years. After this usage, the next reincarnation will be 3 years later. Originally, he intended to reincarnate directly into Sasuke's body, but Sasuke's arrival is still a while away. He can only opt for another vessel for now. To select the best candidate, Orochimaru arranges a slaughter competition. The survivor will become Orochimaru's new vessel. Then, Kabuto dispatches Kimimaro to retrieve Sasuke, ensuring nothing goes wrong. Meanwhile, Naruto and his 2 companions catch up with the sound ninjas. Shikamaru takes the lead by using the shadow imitation technique to control Tayuya, while Kiba, with the help of Naruto's clones, successfully seizes the barrel containing Sasuke. Immediately, the group makes a swift escape, with the sound ninjas in relentless pursuit. During the chase, Akamaru is inadvertently bound to an explosive tag by Sakan. In an effort to rescue Akamaru, Kiba and Sakan are both blasted down a cliff. On the other side, Kimimaro descends from the sky and takes Sasuke. Upon witnessing this, Naruto gives chase, while Shikamaru stays behind to hold off the enemy. Meanwhile, Orochimaru has completed the reincarnation and discusses Kimimaro. It turns out that Kimimaro is extraordinarily powerful and utterly loyal to Orochimaru. Originally, he was Orochimaru's ideal vessel for this resurrection, but unfortunately, Kimimaro is terminally ill. On Naruto's side, he finally catches up with Kimimaro. The two meet, and Naruto unleashes multiple shadow clones. Meanwhile, Kiba engages in a duel with Sakan at the foot of a cliff. To their surprise, Sakan is actually a combination of 2 brothers. While the older brother normally remains dormant within the younger brother's body, he can emerge from various parts of Sakan's body at will. Sakan directly activates his level 2 form at this moment. Kiba and Akamaru, in response, use combination transformation to transform into a double-headed wolf and perform the Fang Wolf Fang technique, splitting Sakan into two. However, Sakan emerges unharmed, as it turns out that the older brother can freely enter and exit the younger brother's body, explaining the origin of the earlier dart attacks on Shikamaru in the forest. At this point, the double-headed wolf attempts Fang Wolf Fang once again, but the opponent summons Rashomon to block Kiba's attack. Akamaru unleashes urine with strong acidic properties directly into Sakan's eyes. In the process, he endures a devastating punch from Yukon, his older brother, leaving him severely wounded. Yukon subsequently takes over Kiba's body as he confuses his cells with others over time, gradually seizing control of their bodies. In this moment, Kiba, witnessing the fallen Akamaru, recalls their shared memory. With unwavering determination, he decides to use a shuriken to pierce himself, intending to die together with Yukon. This situation leaves Yukon with no choice but to vacate Kiba's body. Seizing this opportunity, Kiba employs a smoke bomb and makes their escape with Akamaru. Elsewhere, Kimimaro activates his Kekkai Genkai, the ability to weaponize his own bones. Though Naruto has multiple clones at his disposal, he is rendered helpless in the face of Kimimaro's power. Simultaneously, Shikamaru and Tayuya engage in combat. Tayuya, without hesitation, initiates her level 1 form, controlling 3 puppets with melodies and employing genjutsu. Under her relentless assault, Shikamaru finds himself evading her attacks while depleting his stamina and supplies. At a critical moment, Shikamaru puts his plan into motion. First, he throws explosive tags, which Tayuya skillfully avoids. Then, he conceals flashbangs in the bushes, launching 6 kunai in quick succession, all of which are blocked by her puppets. This prompts Shikamaru to detonate the flashbangs, effectively controlling the 3 puppets with the ensuing brilliance. Unperturbed, Tayuya retrieves her puppets, but Shikamaru has her right where he wants. Using his shadow imitation technique, he successfully ensnares Tayuya from behind. Seeing this, Tayuya unleashes her level 2 form to break free through sheer force. Shikamaru, in response, activates his shadow neck binding technique to reinforce his control. Tayuya resorts to brute strength and plays her flute to cast genjutsu. Shikamaru finds himself under her control, with Tayuya closing in to finish him off. At this crucial juncture, Shikamaru manages to land a punch on Tayuya and regains control over her. The trick lies in Shikamaru breaking one of his own fingers with his shadow to escape the genjutsu. This leads to a standoff between the two. Meanwhile, on Naruto's side, Sasuke surprisingly wakes up. However, despite Naruto's pleas, Sasuke pays no heed and departs without turning back. Witnessing this, Naruto immediately seeks to pursue him. Yet, Kimimaro promptly launches an attack on Naruto.
無駄死ね
At this moment, a powerful Konoha Senpu flying kick intercepts Kimimaro. The one who arrives is none other than Rock Lee. It turns out, Rock Lee has finally completed his surgery and returned after healing his injuries. As Naruto pursues Sasuke, Rock Lee stays behind to confront Kimimaro. Upon leaving the village, Rock Lee mistakenly drinks Tsunade's sake, thinking it is medicine. Now, it is time for his medication. Surprisingly, after consuming the sake, he begins to perform tipsy martial arts. His combat abilities soar dramatically. He effortlessly counters all of Kimimaro's attacks, leaving his opponent in a sorry state.
変則的すぎるそれに何より速い椿を舞い
However, just as the two seem deadlocked, Kimimaro unleashes his Kekkai Genkai abilities, successfully sending Rock Lee flying. On Shikamaru's side, Tayuya gradually breaks free from the shadow's restraint, while Kiba's whereabouts are discovered by Sakan, putting him in grave danger. The situation takes a turn for the worse in an instant. At this critical juncture, Suna ninjas arrive to provide support. Gaara, Temari, and Kankuro each rescue the 3 Konoha ninjas. With that, the Sound ninjas are now in peril. Temari, wielding her wind-release sickle weasel, severs Tayuya's flute, and then, with the help of her spirit, Kamatari, inflicts a decisive defeat on Tayuya. At this moment, Temari showcases her formidable strength and also reminds Shikamaru about who truly calls the shots in the family. Furthermore, Kankuro engages in a battle with Sakan, using puppet substitutions to injure his opponent. In response, the Sakan brothers combine their efforts. However, while dodging Kankuro's attacks, they jump directly into the puppet Black Ant. In a flash, Sakan meets his demise by many swords. On the other side, Gaara engages in a fierce battle with Kimimaro. Gaara seamlessly combines offense and defense, effortlessly blocking Kimimaro's bone projectiles. Seizing an opportunity, Gaara launches an assault, binding Kimimaro and initiating the Sand Waterfall Funeral Jutsu. Observing this, Kimimaro finally unleashes his level 1 transformation to counter the technique. However, Gaara continues his relentless assault, unleashing Quicksand Waterfall Flow, which sweeps over Kimimaro. A colossal, roaring torrent of golden sand envelopes the area, towering like mountains and surging like colossal waves. Kimimaro, akin to a fragile leaf in a tumultuous sea, struggles to maintain his footing in the face of the relentless storm. Despite the turbulent circumstances, Kimimaro stands unwavering. Gaara then resorts to his ultimate jutsu, the Sand Waterfall Imperial Funeral, determined to claim victory in this encounter. In a split second, the landscape crumbles, leaving the earth marred and shattered. But to everyone's astonishment, Kimimaro endures. He recollects his past with Orochimaru, who had provided him with a sense of purpose and meaning in life. In this critical moment, Kimimaro resolves to give his all for Orochimaru and activates his level 2 transformation. Suddenly, Kimimaro bursts forth from the sand dunes like a humanoid Tyrannosaurus, and despite Gaara's swift use of the sand-binding coffin, he can't impede the advance of the monstrous Kimimaro. Kimimaro directly sends Gaara and Lee flying, using his spine as a weapon to firmly control Gaara. However, his attacks are thwarted by the shield of Shikaku. Gaara pulls Kimimaro deep into the earth's depths, subjecting him to immense pressure. At this moment, Kimimaro unleashes his ultimate secret technique, the Dance of the Seedling Fern.
前さわらびの舞
Danger is everywhere. Thankfully, Gaara employs his sand manipulation to levitate, escaping the onslaught. But Kimimaro appears before him, poised to deliver a deadly blow with his colossal bone spear. However, at this moment, he slowly closes his eyes and dies. Because his body has been pushed to its limits, riddled with a severe and unbearable illness. Kimimaro has defended Orochimaru with his life. With Kimimaro's fall, the Sound Ninja have suffered a comprehensive defeat. And at last, Naruto catches up with Sasuke at the Valley of the End. Naruto lunges at Sasuke, his punch landing heavily on Sasuke's face. However, Sasuke's expression remains deathly cold. In a swift countermove, Sasuke sends Naruto tumbling away. He feels confident in the power he possesses and is willing to forsake his friends for it, focusing on vengeance. Their exchange continues, with both of them unleashing a series of blows. But Sasuke is so strong. He effortlessly sends Naruto crashing into a pit. In response, Naruto leaps into the air, activating his Shadow Clone Jutsu. Yet, Sasuke easily thwarts it, sending Naruto plunging into the water once more. In this moment, Sasuke recalls Itachi's words. Itachi had told him that only by killing his best friend can he unlock the Mangekyo Sharingan. Itachi had gone so far as to claim that he had killed his dearest friend, Shisui Uchiha. In truth, a hidden shrine contains the entire secrets of the Uchiha clan. Sasuke has visited this shrine and knows everything. Naruto confronts Sasuke, asking, "Don't you consider me a friend?" Sasuke replies, "You're my best friend." "Exactly, that's why I have to defeat you." They both activate their ultimate techniques, the Rasengan against the Chidori. The ground quakes, waves surge, and the two ninjas fly through the air. In Naruto's eyes, there is an overwhelming sense of sorrow. He knows that Sasuke genuinely intends to kill him. In response, Sasuke activates his cursed seal, entering level 1 form. He mercilessly batters Naruto, piercing his chest with the Chidori. However, just as Sasuke is about to finish Naruto off, the power of Naruto's Nine Tails erupts in full force. A tremendous surge of power bursts forth, shaking the heavens and the earth. Naruto shouts, "Even if I have to crush every bone in your body, I'll bring you back." Their conflict reignites, a battle so intense that words can no longer describe it. Taijutsu, ninjutsu, they exchange blows back and forth, and their battle's energy ripples across the landscape.
Katon! Goukaku no Jutsu!
At this moment, both of them land on the water's surface. Naruto shouts, "You are my deepest bond." Sasuke replies, "It's all too late." Afterward, Sasuke's Sharingan evolves into the three Magatama form. He taunts Naruto, saying that Naruto can never harm a single hair on his forehead. Then, they engage in an intense battle, each trying to outdo the other. Sasuke seizes an opportunity and severely wounds Naruto. At this point, the Ninetales power once again envelopes Naruto, and he takes on the One-Tail form for the first time. He slaps Sasuke away, and the two continue their life and death struggle. This is the Battle of Konoha's Genin.
カトン豪華級の術落ち着け捉えられることはない
After the intense battle, Sasuke finally enters his level 2 form, and they decide to settle the outcome with a single move. Without delay, Sasuke unleashes the Dark Chidori, while Naruto gathers a purple Rasengan to confront his rival. In the midst of their battle, the two of them lock eyes, their expressions complex. In the end, Sasuke emerges victorious, but his heart descends into darkness. He gazes at Naruto's face in the rain, speechless for a long time. Before long, Kakashi arrives at the scene, and only Naruto and Sasuke's forehead protector remains. Sasuke hasn't killed Naruto, he hasn't heeded Itachi's advice. Instead, he has chosen to gain power in his own way and seek revenge. After the battle, Kakashi leaves the Valley of the End, carrying Naruto on his back. The two colossal statues seem to tell the story of Naruto and Sasuke, their bond flowing like an endless river. Afterward, everyone returns to Konoha. Niji and Choji, under the dedicated care of the medical team, finally recover their health. Jiraiya finds Naruto and officially takes him as his student, deciding to nurture Naruto over the next 3 years. He advises Naruto to give up on Sasuke, as he has treated Orochimaru the same way but with no success. However, Naruto refuses to give up. He vows to bring Sasuke back. And so, Naruto embarks on 3 years of training. The people of Konoha will embrace their own stories over the next 3 years. 3 years later, will things remain the same? How will the story unfold? We'll talk about it in the next video. I hope you like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you, everyone. Goodbye.